Savannah here of Sewlivi Dyes Yarn, and coming at you with another update video. If you're new here, welcome. This channel is all about knitting and spinning and just craft related stuff. If you are returning, thank you. I appreciate you coming back. It is Sunday, June 5th. I'm going to try to record this now. It is actually 6 o'clock in the evening. That way I don't have to worry about it too much tomorrow morning. I look halfway decent right now, so I might get interrupted. I don't know. Anyways, I wanted to go ahead and get this going for the past week. This past week was a slow week, you know, just getting in the groove of sitting at home all day, not having to work or kids go to school, which is nice. So I've been knitting a lot-ish, I guess. Okay, so just working on a lot of things, I guess. This past weekend was my anniversary. So this past weekend, which is right now, Saturday was my anniversary. My husband and I celebrated 9 years together. We didn't do anything like just the two of us. We did do a family thing. We went to the North Pole. So here in Colorado Springs, well, it's not in Colorado Springs, it's in Cascade, Colorado. So just up the mountain. So if you go up the mountain a little bit, there's a little mini amusement park that is Christmas themed. And it's open, you know what, I don't know how long it's open for, to be honest. I know it's open now. I think my husband says something about it is open until December 24th. And then they shut down for a little bit. And then they reopen again for the summer. I don't know. Anyways, it's called the North Pole. So we took the kids there. We went and enjoyed it. It's just, like I said, a little theme park. And we just had a good time. I'll add some stuff at the end, possibly some photos and videos that I did take, but it was good. So it's halfway up the mountain. It's like on the side of Pikes Peak. You have to take Pikes Peak Highway a little bit to get to it. So it's on the side of a mountain. It's a lot of up and down hills and stuff like that. My muscles in my legs are killing me because we spent a good amount of time there. My kids really enjoyed it and they wanted to ride several rides repeatedly. Which social media, everything is linked down below if you want to follow me on Instagram or Ravelry, any of those type of things. It's all down below if you want to check it out, along with most everything I talk about today in this video. But yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to start with shop update and then move into my whips and everything else that I have to show. Okay, so shop wise, I run Sewlivi Dyes Yarn. I dye yarn in small batches, and then offer it on my website, sewlividyesyarn.com. I haven't been able to dye in a little while, and so it was really fun to do some stuff this past week. I dyed up about just three colorways based off of brewed beer that my husband has. I'm doing the brewed collection. I'll probably be adding more to that eventually. Just I picked 3 cans to base it off of so far. So the thing is when my husband and I travel or not, my thing is to go to a yarn store in the area that we go, and he will pick out a brewery to go visit. And he usually likes to bring beer back because he loves to share it with his friends. Beer is not my thing really. I'll try it, but I don't like it. So when we went up to Loveland, Greeley area for Mother's Day weekend, I went to a few yarn stores that I talked about, and then we went to a brewery that my husband loves a lot called Weldworks. And their artwork for their cans is amazing. We love to pull the stickers off the cans when he's done and stick them to a cabinet in the garage. And I was like, how fun would it be to dye yarn based off of some of this? So I can kind of mix both of our loves together. So I did that. I started that this week. But I'll go ahead and show you what I got. Let's see, this one, and it's this one. Okay. So I'll insert photos as well so you can see the cans of you know, that these are inspired off of, but this is the first one. This one is called Long Bones. It is based off of a Mexican-styled lager. Yeah, this one came out fun. Maybe a little bit more heavy on the black than I was trying, but honestly, it's not that bad at all. So it's like green with black spots and then these brownish speckles. So there's that one. Another one was Fruit Camp. Fruit Camp was a beer that I chose from the brewery because it was a smoothie styled sour. It wasn't terrible. It's a strawberry banana flavor. A smoothie style it's a thicker beer. It's like almost like a really thin smoothie. It's different. So yeah, it's this one. So it is a creamy base with pale pink and maybe some orange, pale like peaches. It's mostly cream and pink. And then this last one, I actually really like the look of this. But this is unfortunately going to be a one of a kind. I've dyed up two of all of these, but I dyed up two of these, and because it was just intensive, the colors, I didn't write down a lot of it, and it was just too intense, so I was like, this is just going to be one of a kinds, even though I really love it. This is called Pictures of Sunsets. But it's super beautiful. I'll undo this one so you can see. So you got this brown that fades into this orangey, and then it fades into peach to cream to blue. Yeah, I think this would knit up really pretty. But again, I only made two, and it's going to be one of a kinds, unfortunately. So if it doesn't sell, I'm not mad, honestly, because I think this would knit up really nicely. But Pictures of Sunsets, Long Bones, and Fruit Camp. This is just the start of the Brood collection. All these are based off of WeldWorks Brewing Company's can art. And then I have a few more yarns. These ones I dyed up a while back. I just never listed them, so I figured I'd list them now. They're all just one of a kinds. So we got this one right here. It's a pale mint with brown speckles, and it looks like a little bit of blue speckles, like the microest, like the teeniest micro speckles ever. So we got that one. We have this bright peach pink with light red pinky speckles. Another just one of a kind. This guy, which is pink and gray tonal with red and blue speckles. Red and blue speckles, yep. Maybe a hint of brown as well. And lastly is this guy. I don't even remember dyeing this one, to be honest. And I have two of everything again, like I said, two of everything. And they're all on my sock base, which is just 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. Yeah, this one is like a purple gray tonal with spots of dark pink, and then it has blue and green speckles. I don't remember dyeing this one, but it's been sitting on this way, right here. It's been sitting here for a while, so I figured I'd list it. But yeah, and then the last two I threw up on my website are, again, OOAK is one of kinds. The extra skein of this brown that I used a while ago. Well, I haven't used this one, but I dyed two of these for a project and only needed one skein, so I thought I'd throw up the other one. This is a DK. It's 100% superwash merino. About 246 yards, I think, to 100 grams. So it's just this really pretty, rich maple brown. I guess, with colored speckles. We got green speckles in there, red speckles. So yeah, that one's up there. Just one skein of this one though. And then the rest of this bulky weight that I have. So I have 3 skeins of this in the shop. Not entirely sure of the yardage or fiber content. I do believe it is 100% merino. Don't think it's superwash, but I could be wrong. And it's bulky weight. And I don't know the yardage. But they're 100 grams, so it's full skein. I have 3 of them. It's the gray base with the yellow speckles, red speckles, blue speckles. It's what I used in my skylight sweater. I had 3 extra skeins of this. You can get this and make a hat, mittens, a scarf if you wanted to. I don't know, a cowl. So those will be in the shop. That's in the shop as well. So everything's up in the shop already. It's ready to go. I did have to close out all my Lore Olympus colorways. That was finished as of June 1st, but I do have 2 sets of the minis. This way, 2 sets of minis. It's 13 minis in a set of the whole Lore Olympus club. So January through December plus the 1 bonus. So I have 2 of those left in the shop. But yeah, so this is what's in the shop. If you are interested, you can go check it out. Again, links down below. Okay, we'll go ahead and get into whips real quick. Whips. 2 whips and I guess 2 cast-ons since the last video. Alright, let me pull this one out. Alright, so I know I talked about this one in depth last week. I had made a massive mistake in reading the pattern, but thankfully while I was editing that video, I figured out my mistake, was able to get back on track. I had to rip out that whole left panel at the side. I had to rip out that whole thing all the way up to the shoulder seam. Sucked, but I did it and it's fine. Got that all taken care of. Picked it back up, knit where I was supposed to knit, and picked up the other side and knit that whole side too. And honestly, I almost finished both sides with what I had ripped out from the initial thing. I only had a few more rows to go on the right side before I had to rejoin the yarn. But here's where I'm at. So I joined it all in the round, and now I'm just doing the body for what feels like forever. Yep, so I don't have this in any specific spot because I had to rip out what you saw last week. So I just threw it on there so that I can throw it on there. Now I'm also putting these in each night when I start working on it because these rows take forever. Well, the only one that takes forever is when I'm doing the cable row. So I'm not getting nearly as much as I'd like to get done in an evening. So I just want to see my progress, honestly. But yep, this is the, I didn't even tell you what it was. It is the Cardi V-neck by Ann Venzel. I am knitting this with 3 strands of yarn. Well, it's 1 strand of yarn and 2 strands of mohair, and it looks like it's tangled because I have to add new yarn, a ball of yarn, and one of the mohairs I need to add more because I'm running out. But it is 1 strand of Holtz garn, super soft, in the colorway Oatmeal, and then 1 strand of Drops Kids Silk in, I think it's 002. I think that's the color number, but it's light beige on Wool Warehouse's website, and then 1 strand of just plain white mohair. So that's what I'm doing. It's very fluffy. I'm knitting the small size due to what I calculated with my gauge, so I'm knitting the smallest size, and I'm excited to actually block this and see how it grows and softens. But I got a while to go because I have to knit from here, I think from here or else from right here, 26 inches, I think. I don't know, that's kind of long, so we're gonna see. I'm going to get a little bit further, obviously, and then maybe try it on and see how I like the length. But it is supposed to be oversized, so we'll see. Also, the way that the edges are done for the sleeves, you could almost leave this sleeveless as well. So again, I'm going to try it on before even doing the sleeves and see, but I don't know. I really like the look of it in the first place, so we will see. Let me go ahead and get this on here. It's backwards. Yep, there. Now we know where I was when I showed you guys. Right there. That is one whip. I'm trying to, I mean, not really focus on it, but I'm trying to touch it every day since now it is becoming slower and slower. My other whip is the Rocket Tee by Tanis Lavelli of Tanis Fiber Arts. I'm not touching this one very often. I'm just working on this periodically. I did work on it a little bit yesterday in the car. Yarn I'm using is Monsoon Calamities. Oh, I forgot what these are even called. I don't even know what they're called, but this is a 4-strand fingering weight cotton. It's all cotton, 100% cotton cake, jumbo gradient. It's called Cache, I think. And I'm just going to town doing the, oh, I'm in the middle of a row, so that's fun. Middle of a row. It's a v-neck. It's supposed to be striped with mohair, like you're supposed to do a stripe with fingering weight yarn and then a stripe with mohair and then so on and so forth. But I don't have a bunch of mohair in my stash. Like, I think I want to stock up on mohair. I don't have a lot, so I was like, oh, this could work. This is enough. Cotton would be nice for the summer. Anyway, so it's a v-neck, so you work it back and forth for a while, which is kind of nice because this is a gradient. I was worried that I was going to mess up the colors, but I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, I'm just working on increases for right now. And so this is where I was last time I showed you. It looks like I've went into the next color. You see, can you see the transition? I love how it like, I could barely tell, honestly, until I held it back the other day and I was like, wait a minute, I did hit the next color transition already, which is, it's nice. I like that that happens. And I'm dropping stitches.
You said never let me go. You said never let me go. You said never let me go.
I know, I was pretty excited to see that I've already moved into the next color, so it's coming along nicely. Just need to keep going. All right, I need to stop stretching it out because I keep dropping it off my needles. Chiagu needles. That's pretty much all I use. I feel like I really love Chiagu, so yep, those are my 2 whips. And then I have 2 cast-ons. So June 1st came and it was time to start the Attune shawl finally. So pattern. Started that with my hand spun. I'll go ahead and show you my hand spun. So I have, this is my main color. This is a ecru and humbug merino fiber that I spun and plied together. I did all this a while back. I can't remember when. April, maybe? So I have two cakes. This is the mini one and I have a giant one. So I have 2 cakes for that. Hopefully enough. I mean, not as much as she says in the pattern, but she says that it's okay because you can just make it bigger or smaller. And then my contrasting colors, they're from Wound Up Fibers. Again, they're superwash merino and nylon blends. They're the scrappy bundles, so that means you get, I think 10 little bumps of fiber that you can just spin up, and I just spun them all up together. So this is one bundle, and this was the second bundle I bought. This one's a little messy because I wound it up backwards because I wanted this dark color to become first all the way out to, I mean, it doesn't really go from dark to light, but it did show me that I have this light on the, this was originally on the inside, and then the bright. So I was like, let's go put the bright on the inside and kind of have this clear, or this lighter on the outside, so that when I pick up this one, it kind of transitions a little bit more smoothly. So what I'm thinking is, so this shawl is one half is half fisherman's rib, the other half is brioche, and that you have like a big triangle of that, and then the bottom's garter. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do most of this for that. I'll see. It really just depends on how big it gets. Most of this for the design, the pattern part, and then this one for the garter. But we'll see. Again, we'll see. I'm not 100% sure yet. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this in here kind of nicely because it's trying to roll around. But here is where I'm at. I did about 2 days of work on this while binge watching Stranger Things season 4. Amazing, great season. I really like it. I didn't realize it was in 2 parts, so I was kind of upset when I finished the last episode, and I'm like, oh. And then they're like, we gotta wait till July, and I'm like, oh, you're kidding me right now. How rude. But this is where I'm at. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? And I love how the center is not center. It actually swoops down. So you're going to have more half fisherman's rib, which is this side. Half fisherman's rib, and then less brioche. So this is the front. This is the right side. Oop, trying to get the needle over there. So you got the right side. These are the right side. So your main color, for at least for brioche, you can see is on the top, and then this is the wrong side where your contrasting color is on top for the brioche. I kind of like this side better because you can see the color, but again, once everything's washed and blocked, who knows how amazing this is going to be. I love how brioche is reversible, but so is half fisherman's rib, so it's just more squishy on that side than it is on this side. So it's definitely different. It's not something that you can just, well, I'm not going to be able to memorize this pattern at all, but this is where I'm at. And I really love working with my hand spun because it's so soft. This merino is so soft. Yeah, we're just going to keep growing this out until I feel like it's big enough. I'm not entirely sure. And then we'll transition to the garter. So now I need to put a progress keeper on this so we can see how far I've made it. Yeah, because this right here, this is my beginning of, or the right side marker, and it says to put it on the edge here, so you know if your thing is on the beginning, like here, this is your right side row, but if you're starting on this side, then you're on your wrong side row. Yeah, confusing, but that's how it is. So again, I haven't worked on it in a few days, and that's okay. I will be picking this back up very soon. It's a lot of just repeating the same few rows over and over and over again until I'm happy. Love it. So much fun. And that was a cast on for June 1st. And then lastly, I cast on, I believe I only cast on this last thing. Yeah. So this was a WhipGo call for June. I decided to go ahead and start this the other day, just on a whim, and I'm flying through it. So I started the Attune. No, that's the shawl. This is the Nello House Socks by Tiffany Lynn. I just finished up the heel flap and gusset just a little bit ago. I had the cuff and the leg done the first day. So it goes pretty quick. My yarn I'm using is the Lemonade Shop, and it's the Mighty Sock, which is 75% superwash, 25% nylon. You know, normal stats. This colorway is called Self-Care. I thought it would work well with this. Aurora, what are you doing? I thought it'd work well with this pattern on here, but it's pretty lost. It's a lot of garter and a little bit of a ripple lace pattern on there. I don't know. It feels like I can see the bumps, but it feels pretty lost. So, also, oh, and the cuff is herringbone. So you do one strand for the herringbone, and then you hold the rest of this is held together, 2 strands held together. So I'm just pulling from the outside and the inside at the same time. Just making this quick because I'm working on bigger needles. These are US 5s or a 3.75. Aurora, please stay out of my stuff. Yeah, so bigger needles. I am working them on this smaller circumference needle. I don't know. 11 inch? I think it's 11 inch. They're interchangeable, so I can make it any size. These are my 2 inch tips. So yeah, like I said, I just finished up the gusset today, just a little bit ago. Yeah. It's going by quickly, going by really nicely. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. I have a little bit of spinning to show you, and that's just about it. I don't think any haul came in. Well, my pin from my summer sock camp came in, but that was it. I think that's all that came in so far. Other than my, what is this? This is my wool gathering fiber club. Okay, so this came in yesterday. For May, the fiber is Southdown, which I've never heard of before. It's the Southdown sheep is an older, smaller stature English short wool breed. So this one is this. It says Southdown fleeces are dense and resilient, as well as springy and elastic. Elastic. I don't know. Excellent for dyeing and hand spinning. Not optimal for felting. Not luscious. The fiber is considered to be a medium grade, not always soft enough to be worn next to skin, but still quite strong and versatile. Wonderful for hand wearing items like socks, or hardware wearing items like socks, and great for blankets, sweaters, and mittens. Vast majority are white with gray faces, but here's what the little dude looks like. Honestly, yes, this is not very soft at all. It is very rustic. Very lovely coloring that she chose. But I did decide to cancel my club. I will be getting June's, but that's the last one. So when June comes, that's the last fiber club. I have a lot of fiber, honestly, and so I'm gonna try to spin through some of it before I order more. Ooh, look at that bright pop. Anyways, yeah, I don't know how well this is gonna be, or how easy this is gonna be to spin, since of how it's like it doesn't fall apart very easily. Gosh, that blue is just fantastic. I know it's hard to see. It's a beautiful blue. So yeah, I'm just gonna, I don't need any more fiber right now. I have a lot. I've spun a lot. I haven't used very much of it, so I'm gonna try to use it. Did I show this one before? I spun this one up last month and got it finished, and I don't remember if I showed it. So I don't have the yardage on this. I probably won't get yardage until I start using it. I mean, I should get yardage sooner, but no yardage. But this is called Felcor, and it's from the Woolly Witch on Etsy. I bought it in rolled eggs and spun it all up. The fiber is Merino, Firestar, Angelina, and Mohair. It's got sparkles in there. I got about a fingering, or maybe a very light sport weight, which is awesome. I'm getting better with my spinning. So it's about 15 to 16 wraps per inch, and it's 110 grams. So I'm gonna guess somewhere in the 400-yard range. But yeah, I don't remember if I showed this. It's really pretty. Falcor, as in like Falcor from the Neverending Story. So pretty. And then lastly, I have a little sample of my fleece. Look at how black that is. It's amazing. You're not going to be able to see anything though. It's not a very good spin. I decided to chain ply this because when I spun it up, it was very, very, very thin. So this is probably like a heavy fingering or a light sport weight in some spots. It is not good at all. I'm not very good at chain plying. I don't really like the process of it, but I did it anyways. I don't think I prepped this fiber good enough. It's soft and it's nice and squishy. It's just, there's lots of lumpy bits. There's still quite, there's still vegetation in here. Maybe not nearly as much, but there's still quite a bit. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see it because it's so dark, but it's lumpy and bumpy and not very good at all. So I'm gonna try a different process the next time I decide I want to process some fleece like practice wise. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, but it's really beautiful. I do wish that it wasn't so, like, there wasn't as much vegetation matter that's in here. Like, it's a lot, but it doesn't smell sheepy anymore. So I did a good job like washing it. I do feel like there might be a little bit of lanolin still in here. It does feel a little after touching it for a while, but it is really nice. Oh, this is also a Cormo fleece that I bought from the Woolery. Yeah, it's very dark, I know. Maybe a little, yeah. So we'll try processing it a little bit differently next time, you know, another bit of it, and see how that goes and if I like that. I'm gonna try to make roll legs, I think. Just try to do what I saw someone on Facebook did, like flick out the ends a little bit and then put it on a board. It's just, there's a lot of vegetation matter in it, so I don't think that's gonna help get some of it out. Spinning does get a lot of it out, but still. Okay, I think that is it for today. Yeah, that's about it, and I will talk to you guys next week. Hope you have a good one. Bye.
You said never let